graduate of Mansfield High, go Tigers. Kylie has received Theater Activity Awards, the Mary Hunt Theater Scholarship, the Dean Scholarship, the Fine Arts Skills Scholarship. For Theater TCU, Kylie's appeared in Seussical, No No Nanette, Assassins, Closer Than Ever, Holiday, We Need a Little Christmas, and Guys and Dolls. She's also appeared at Casa Manana, Stage West, On Stage in Bedford, Up Down Players, and Lyric Stage. Friends, this is Kylie Arnold.
I'm a little short for this thing, I feel. Okay. So I have been dreading speaking first at curtain call since my freshman year. So here we are. So I decided if I tried to thank individual people or individual professors that I was just going to become a giant ball of sobbing mess, and that's not how we want to start our evening. So I wanted to let everyone know that I appreciate you all, and I plan on speaking to certain people individually, and I love you, and I just don't want to cry. So we're probably going to fail at that anyway, but here we are. So I decided that I needed something really structured. And that's me, structured, I can't believe it. And so I decided to write a sonnet with a little bit of advice. Krista, you can check my scansion, it's right here. It's pretty solid. So this is Kylie's advice to the players. As I now leave this place that holds my heart to search for what my future will contain, I find my duty calls me to impart advice to you, the players who remain. Be not ashamed to know when you need aid, and always offer aid to those who need. Take risks on stage and off, don't be afraid, for from your inhibitions you'll be freed. Do well in class and always study hard, but don't let special moments pass you by. I learned this late, so trust this bard, you'll catch up on sleeping when you die. With that, I cease. My time here is really through. I leave my love, my thanks to TCU.
Our next senior is Jack Bristol. Jack is graduating with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater. He's from Grapevine. He's a graduate of Grapevine High, go Mustangs. While at TCU, Jack has been involved also in the Frog Corps Vocal Ensemble. For Theater TCU, he's appeared in The Elephant Man, The Playwright Stage, Spring Awakening, We Need a Little Christmas, Guys and Dolls. Jack, what's next for you?
Well, for the summer, I'm going to go to New York City for a couple of months, help out some family there, and then I will return to the DFW area. So, if you see me auditioning there, that's what I'll be. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really beat Kylie's sonnet. That was well structured. So, I will say this. As a good student that I am, I was seriously working on the speech I was giving, and by that I mean I was watching Netflix. Yeah. But something caught my eye. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the Ricky Gervais new series, Derek. It's a brilliant show, but the main phrase we have under the title was, kindness is magic. And as, yes, this is cheesy and cliche, but kindness has been magic here. And I can't thank you all enough. You've given me an awkward guy who little knew. And when I first came here, I didn't know much about acting, but you guys have been more than kind. You've given me love, acceptance, and confidence above all, and with that, I cannot thank any of you. I cannot thank you so much. I can't speak, I'm sorry, I'm kind of an emotional mess, but my point is, kindness has been magic here, and you guys have given me so much more than just an education. You've given me love, family, friends, memories, faculty and students alike, and I cannot thank you all enough. So, from the bottom of my heart, as much a mumbling mess as I may be tonight, I love you all. I cannot thank you enough.
Kimberly Cantrell. Kimberly is graduating summa cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in theater studies. She's from Arlington, a graduate of Juan Seguin High School, go Cougars. Kimberly's been a TCU scholar. She's been on the Dean's List, received theater activity grants, a faculty scholarship, theater production grants in props, box office, and scene painting. She's a member of Alpha Omega, the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, and she wants you all to know she has a twin brother who goes to UNT in Denton.
I love him.
It's very important that you know that. For Theater TCU, Kimberly has served as a scenic artist on many shows and as a paint charge on both Three Sisters and Brighton Beach Memoirs. She's been the assistant director for Brighton Beach and Holiday, and she directed Spreading the News. She's also worked as a props intern for Trinity Shakes and a props designer for Circle Theater, where she's been an intern since 2012. Friends, here's Kimberly. What's next for you, Kimberly?
Okay, so my family's moving to a new house, and we are remodeling, and I'm going to do crafts and this 5-day job. Okay, so I thought you would all enjoy this. I wrote my speech on a manatee postcard. They are my 4th favorite animal. Okay, so life advice from Kim. I'm sorry, life advice from Kim. This is really tall. Okay, sorry. Okay, don't eat toast with a scarf on because your scarf will get crummy and that's not attractive. Don't dry your towels with your blanket or towels and blankets with your dark clothes because then you'll be all fuzzy and that's not attractive. When wasps infest your apartment, don't call Kyle Montgomery, call Sean. It is okay to change your grant 3 times. Explore. These are just things that you all should do after this. Ask Jennifer to do her impression of me. I think most of you have seen it. She really enjoys it. No, 3 minutes. Brian will hate this. Start calling him Bri. He's had many nicknames, and I've been trying to call it all year, and he won't respond to it. I don't think he knows I'm talking to him, so... okay, but seriously. When you come to college, people tell you that the hardest part is homesickness, or finals, or doing your own laundry, but I realized that it's this 3-minute speech. And no, it's a good thing. And how lucky we are that this 3-minute speech is the hardest, because it's not goodbye, it's an uncertain we'll meet again, which is, I think, harder than bye, see you later, or never. Live your thank yous daily, don't wait for curtain call or the end. So thank you all, but I hope I would have said that the last over 4 years. You've all been my mentors and my friends, and I love you dearly.
Next is Caroline Carden. Caroline is graduating cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater. She's from Fort Worth, Texas, and graduated from the Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts. Go artists, rainbows, humans.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have any sports teams. Caroline has received the Clay and Kristen Hicks First Nighter Scholarship, Theater Activity Grants, a Mary Hahn Theater Scholarship, and an International Study Award. She's worked in the costume studio for 4 years. She's a member of Alpha Psi Omega. For Theater TCU, Caroline has appeared in The Most Stratagem, Seussical, Assassins, No No Nanette, Spring Awakening, We Need a Little Christmas, Guys and Dolls. She's also been the star of Chart Toppers at Six Flags Over the I saw it. She's the star. Caroline, what's up next for you?
I will be performing in South Pacific this summer at New York Stage, and Catch Me If You Can, along with Kylie Arnold. Thank you! You're welcome. And I will also be moving to New York in the fall to join my sister up there, and living the glamorous life as an actress. Alrighty. So is this it? This is it? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just going to read my speech. When I think back on the past 4 years I've spent at TCU, I feel overwhelmed by the memories and friendships I've created. For me, I want to spend this time thanking those people who have had the most impact on my time spent here. Warning, I am an awful crier, so if I pause, just know I'm getting through it, okay? Steven, you are the little brother I never had, and I want to kill you sometimes, but I still love you no matter what. Ellie, I'm so glad you're at TCU and that you're my little, and I'm sorry for leaving you so soon, but know I'm always here for you, no matter what. Anthony, you bring a smile to my face every time I see you, and thanks for your continuous love and support. Kathleen, thank you for all the laughs. Delaney, thank you for all the other laughs, and for just being you. You are an incredibly talented and humble person, and have taught me so much, so thank you. Kyle Montgomery, I guess you're okay. I don't think I've ever met another person so much like me, but thanks for putting up with me and for being my friend. Shelbs, if I could crown you anything, I would crown you the queen of Diet Coke. I do not want to mess with this girl and her Diet Coke. What a blessing in disguise it was for me that you were Miss Mo. Just you could come join my class and become such a dear friend of mine. I love you. Carol, the amount of hours I've spent helping you create your Instagram photos with filters, captions, hashtags, and locations is cray-cray. But if I were to create an Instagram post of us tonight, it would say, yes, we have the same name and are nothing alike, but there's no better person I could think of to share a name with. Hashtags would include hashtag the Carols, hashtag Sweet Carolines, hashtag Shirls and Memes, and the location would be Hark the Carol Angels Sing. Thank you, Faith Lawrence. Roomies, Katie, Kim, and Kylie, how would I have ever survived this year without you guys? Thank you for making coming home so much fun. And to Kylie Arnold, I have always wanted a best friend, and thank you for being just that. Whew, okay. TCU faculty, you all made me the performer, not only the performer I want to be, but an artist I want to be, but y'all have made me the person I want to be. Michelle, my TCU mama, thanks for holding my hand along the way when it needed to be held. Alan, thanks for all the wisdom and encouragement you've given me. Penny, thank God you came when you did. Thank you for believing in me. Harry, thanks for making my TCU experience possible and for making my blonde hair possible. Department, thank you so much for making my TCU experience such a blessing and a success and full of incredible memories. A few words of advice: study abroad if you can, always learn something from the things you hate, and try and take advantage of everything TCU has to offer. Thanks, y'all.
Mr. Wynn Delano. Wynn is graduating summa cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater. He is from Los Angeles, California, and he graduated from Palisades Charter High School in Pacific Palisades. You are the only one tonight for whom I can say, go Dolphins. Go Dolphins. Wynn has received a Norton Fine Arts Scholarship in theater, theater activity grants, TCU Academic Achievement Scholarships, and internship scholarships. For Theater TCU, Wynn has appeared in The Bow Stratagem, Stained Glass, Seussical, Born on a Sunday, The Father, The American Dream, The Playwright Stage, Closer Than Ever, Holiday, We Need a Little Christmas, and Guys and Dolls. Wynn, what's next?
So I will be doing Trinity in the summer, and then I'll be moving on to New York with Penny for 11 days to do the festival there as a full-time employee, not an intern anymore. And then I'm back here for a year, and we'll see what happens after that. I'm gonna start with an anecdote. Some of you know this story, some of you don't. When I applied for colleges in high school, I applied 16 places and I got into 0. No backups, nothing. And I spent an entire year, and it was a rough year. And if you would have told me during that year that I would have gone to college at such a wonderful place with so many wonderful people and be here right now at this moment, I would have laughed. It's incredible. And so I'm going to preface this by saying I can't thank all of you at this time, but I'm going to point out a few and just know that I love all of you, seriously. First, I want to thank you, Jennifer, especially because without you I wouldn't be here. You were the only one who saw me when I auditioned, and you convinced Harry, saying, hey, this Wynn guy is okay. Harry, thank you for everything you've done. You've become almost a surrogate father away from home, and that's really wonderful. So thank you, Dr. Walsh. I've so enjoyed my time learning from you, not only as an actor but as a person. And you've taught me how to be a real human being. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Krista, I always, is she here tonight? Yeah, hello Krista. I always love talking with you. You still beat me in words with friends every time. It's just like game 23 and I still haven't won once. But you're wonderful and intelligent. Alan, I think you're a genius. I wish I might actually just have a beer with you and sit down and talk about anything. Yes, thank you. Mark, thank you for playing. Mark, thank you for playing for all my lessons. Everyone, I love you all. This has been a life-changing experience, and if I give one piece of advice, you're going to learn a lot about acting here, but you're also going to learn a lot about how to be a person, and how to love people, and how to receive that, and don't squander that. I love you all.
Anthony Fortino is next. Anthony is graduating summa cum laude with a BA in theater and a BBA in accounting. Try that in your spare time. He's from Overland Park, Kansas. He's a graduate of St. Thomas Aquinas High School there. Go Saints. Anthony's been involved with the TCU Concert Chorale, the Vocal Jazz Ensemble, and the Frog Corps. He's a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. He's appeared on the Dean's List. He's received Dean Scholarships, a choral grant, and the Mary Hahn Theater Scholarship. For Theater TCU, Anthony has appeared in The Fantastics, Seussical, Assassins, No No Nanette, Closer Than Ever, and Spring Awakening. And during his TCU years, he's also appeared at Lyric Stage, Casa Manana, Theater 3, Water Tower Theater, and he'll be in Catch Me If You Can this summer at Uptown Players. Anthony, what is next for you, sir?
I will be doing some shows this summer and then getting my master's in accounting here at TCU, which is just a year, so I'll be around another year, sort of, in and out. And then I am moving to New York to work full-time as an accountant for Ernst & Young in New York City. And also audition during the day. So, yeah. Okay, so first, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Just some advice. Well, first of all, I love all of you. You guys are all beautiful, and you're all going to be stars. And I think you all are so awesome, and I love you all. Looking back retrospectively at my time at TCU, I wish I would have gotten to know all the faculty better. You know what I mean? Like, they all have office hours, and whenever they're like, here's our office hours at the beginning of the class, and you're like, okay, yeah, cool, I don't really care. You know, obviously you have a couple teachers that you go in and talk to when you need help, but they're here for us. So I really encourage you to go in and talk to them and use them and pick their brain. You know, have a beer with Alan. You know, talk to them, like a beer with them and really find out, you know, like, well, you can find out because they're here for us. That's what I'd say to you. Seniors, wow, holy crap. We've come a long way. A lot's changed, a lot hasn't changed. When, I'm telling you, man, under the pool table that night at Jonathan's house, that's scary. That's scary. But the thing that's great and that's amazing is that we all came in here and we didn't necessarily know anyone. And now we're leaving with however many of us there are. 23 new friends, right? And we have 23 great friends that I didn't have at the beginning, and how blessed we are to have each other. And even though we're all going different places, we'll all still be there for each other. If I'm here and Christian's in Sri Lanka, and Christian calls me and is like, hey dude, I'm thinking about growing my hair back out, what do you think? I would say, yes, I think you look sexy with long hair, grow it out. That's it. If Katie Keller and Trevor Fretz, if they're in jail and they need to be bailed out, I'd be like, Dylan will help you out. So the point is that I can honestly say that I have found a friend in every one of you, and to me that is far more important than any shows we've been in, any good grades or good projects that we've done. The fact that I have found you guys and become friends with all of you over these 4 years is more important than anything. And finally, to my two best friends, Kath and Carol, can't believe I met you guys 4 years ago. Two people that have changed me and shaped me and brightened my life more than anyone I could have ever imagined. Two people that are very much not like me. Kath, I'm sorry I didn't dance with you at Billy Bob's. I'm sorry that I said no. But I'm glad because now we're best friends. And Carol, I love your dimples. So, I would just like to leave you guys all. I couldn't think of anything to say else. I got nervous. I would, though, like to leave everyone with a quote because, you know, a lot of us seniors are going far away, going to different places around the world, and same with you all, freshmen and sophomores and juniors, you guys will also be departing, but we're all part of the TCU family. And so a quote from one of my favorite songs called Friends goes like this. A friend's a friend forever, if the Lord's the Lord of them. But a friend will not say never, because the welcome will not end. Though it's hard to let you go, in the Father's hands we know that a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. Thanks, guys.
I want to be clear, there will be no beers with Alan until after you've graduated. Kathleen Flowers. Kathleen has graduated with a BA in theater, a minor in film, television, and digital media. She's from West Point, New York, and she graduated from Highland Falls High School. Go Raiders. At TCU, she's received a theater production grant in lighting, a Dutch Meyer Scholarship. How'd you get that? That's cool. Yeah, the Yellow Ribbon Scholarship, and she's a member of Alpha Psi Omega and Kappa Alpha Theta. She's worked with Kinder Frogs and the TCU Frog Camp. For Theater TCU, Kathleen appeared in Volley Girls and The Father. Kathleen, what's next for you?
I am house sitting for Michael Heil. I cannot wait. Woo, okay, here we go. Speak the speech. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, I'm so sharp for this. Okay, I was gonna shout out to every single faculty, but I feel like we're short on time. So I'm gonna just, surprise, surprise. Walsh, where you at? I know you're here. Okay, I had never been in a straight, dang it, you gotta be kidding me. Never been in a straight play before, Volley Girls, but you still decided to put me in. It single-handedly was the most eye-opening experience I've had during my time here at TCU. You're a father figure to all of us. You tell us stories, give us life advice, and most importantly, you believe in all of us. So thank you for everything. And finally, Judd. To my APO family and Theta sisters, my theaters. What an absolute blessing it has been to get to know every one of you amazingly talented, empowering, and beautiful women. Freshmen, I love me some sticky buns. Please keep the legacy alive. I feel so confident and secure knowing we are leaving it behind in your hands. My seniors, I could go on forever, especially after going camping with you. But simply put, we have been through a lot, aka the real stagecraft. And I am so proud of all of you amazing people. Shelby, even from across the country, you were still queen of this school. You are my big sister in Theta, APO, and in life. Whew. I am so blessed to have gotten to share senior year with my big sister. You are my role model. You are also like 3 notches away from hitting Beyonce status, which is like world domination, so keep climbing. And you will be president someday. In conclusion, to my 2 best friends, to my 2 soulmates, to my Ron and Hermione, and yes, of course, I am Harry Potter in that analogy. To the people who have gotten me through some of the hardest and darkest moments, and to my heroes, Caroline and Anthony. Anthony, I worship you. I admire your talents, your relationship with the Lord, and your undying drive to be the best. You are my big brother, my savior, and my very own Troy Bolton. I love you more than I can put into words. Thank you for rejecting me at Billy Bob's when I asked you to dance. It really set a precedent for this relationship. I've never been close to a guy friend like you, and you are my best friend. And just remember, when you're famous, I came up with Tony Tino. And Carol, you were just too cookie for words. We connect on an unspeakable level, literally. You are too talented and so strong. I know you're gonna go on and be famous and have tons of cats. You will be in my wedding, babysit my children, be at every milestone in my life, because if you aren't there, it's not a milestone at all. You're my absolute best friend on the planet, and this is just the beginning for us. I love you so much, and cannot thank you enough for saving me and being the literal other half of my being. My friend, mon ami, many thanks. I leave with a few parting words. No matter what people tell you, there's a craze. Words and ideas can change the world. Robin Williams. And theater changes the world. What we have all signed up to do changes the world. So never stop doing it. Thank you, God. Thank you, TCU. And thank you all.
Next is Callie Franzmeyer. Callie's graduating with BFA in Theater Studies. She is from McKinney, Texas. A graduate of McKinney Christian Academy. Go Mustangs, right? Mustangs, yes. At TCU, Callie's been on the Dean's List. She's a member of Alpha Psi. She has been on lighting, sound, set, props, costume, and box office crews, including costume build for Bow Stratagem, sound crew for Guys and Dolls. She was the assistant director at ASM on the TCU Amphibian Stage Productions Co-Pro. Hunting and Gathering was a big help to me. Here's Callie. Callie, what's next?
I will be moving to Orlando, Florida to do the Disney College program. I will be working as a PhotoPass photographer at Disney World, and I start in 2 weeks. Okay, I wrote mine on paper, and I'm just going to read that. I want to say thank you to all of the professors, especially the design faculty, for giving me really honest feedback about my work and for helping me find and develop new skills that I never thought I would have. When I was a freshman, I had no clue how to design, and I never thought I would enjoy drafting as much as I do. To everyone who's not graduating Saturday, I would like to offer this advice. Do what you can with what you have where you are. This department is filled with so many talented people and invaluable resources. Learn everything you can while you're here. This is the place to explore new areas you would not otherwise. I encourage you to make the most of your time here because it really does fly by. Thank you.
Next is Trevor Fretz. Trevor is graduating with a BFA in Theater, emphasis in acting. He is from Overland Park, Kansas. He is a graduate of Blue Valley North High School. Go Mustangs. Trevor has received a Theater Activities Grant, a Production Grant, and Box Office. He's worked for 4 years with TCU's V-Day campaign, serving as the Executive Director his senior year. He has also been our very valuable, unofficial videographer. For Theater TCU, Trevor's appeared in The Bow Stratagem, Bard on the Rocks, The Playwright Stage, Measure for Measure, Three Sisters, Spreading the News, and Guys and Dolls. Trevor, what's next for you?
I will be moving to LA to work as a waiter. So, there's that. I'm going to just say a few words to some of the faculty. Krista, you have taught me more about acting, theater, and probably myself than anyone else. After 6 classes, 3 shows, and being my advisor for 4 years, I just want to thank you for being the most intelligent person I've ever met. Thank you, Krista. Jennifer, I owe you a lot. You were the one at my audition in Chicago, and you were the one who let me into this beautiful program. So thank you so much, and thank you for acting for Dr. Walsh. Good. I like you. and thank you so much for casting me in Guys and Dolls. I hadn't been in a musical since high school, and that was a really fun experience, so thank you. Penny, Michael James, and Alan, thank you for everything you did for me during Showcase. And Alan, I'm so glad I finally got to work with you this semester in both Showcase and Guys and Dolls. I wish I had worked with you before. Penny, bombshell. You are one. And Michael, you're an even bigger bombshell. Is Olivia Mackey here? She'll watch the video, so I'm gonna look at the camera. Lydia, I loved being your TA for auditioning. You are amazing and talented, and I love you. Candace Carlisle, you are the most hardworking, smartest, fastest running, most badass, craziest person I've ever met. I loved working for you, and our dogs still need a play date. And to my class, I love you, and if in a few years you have a job and I'm still unemployed, please hire me. That's it.
I'm looking for Mr. Dylan Glazier. Dylan's graduating with a BFA in theater, emphasis in acting. He is from Crowley, Texas, a graduate of Crowley High. Go Eagles. He's a member of Alpha Psi Omega and for Theater TCU. He's appeared in Bobby Girls, Measure for Measure, Holiday, Three Sisters, Spreading the News, and Tigers Be Still. What's next for you, Dylan?
I will be doing Trinity Shakes this summer, so that's going to be really fun. So I'm going to get straight to it. I did actually write out a bunch of thank yous to most of the professors. So Harry, thank you so much for everything you've done. It's been amazing. I can't thank you enough. Brian, Mr. Incredible, you were so cool. Like, I never got to work with you, and I'm really upset about it, but thank you for letting me build your amazing sets. It's so fun. Michael Heil and Michael Skinner, you guys are amazing. You are the chillest professors I've ever met, and you're just so cool, and I really wish I could have had more classes with you guys. Tristan and Phil, thank you for putting up with me in the shop. And Tristan, I had so much fun talking to you about video games nonstop, all that we could. It's been great. Michelle, you are the nicest person I've ever met in my entire life. And thank you for being so caring and understanding about everything. Dr. Walsh, you're great. Like, no one needs to say anything else. I loved working with you. I don't know what you were thinking, but thank you for casting me in Volley Girls. I really appreciated that. Jennifer, I mean this with full sincerity and honesty. Thank you for embarrassing part of the stupid and awkward out of me in movement freshman year. That helped me so much. Penny Allen and Michael James, I can't thank you guys enough for all that you did for Showcase and opening up doors and everything that you've done. I really do wish I could have more classes with all three of you. You guys are great. Krista, you are a badass. You're so cool. You've been one of my favorite professors here, and all of your classes were some of my favorites that I've taken all over TCU, so thank you so much. And I would love to have a beer with you, Krista. To just everyone in the department, thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of your life and being a part of my life. You guys are amazing. Lastly, Christian Greenleaf, you bald man, you. Mr. Fish Fillet. Seriously, I can't even begin to tell you what you've meant to me these past 4 years, and thank you enough for everything that you've helped me through, especially since this last summer. Everything that you've done for me. You're my best friend, and you've done a lot more than you probably know, and I can't begin to thank you enough for everything. I love you, man. Plain and simple. It's been so great to have someone I can talk to and just feel comfortable going up to, and you know, spreading, just talking in general about everything. Someone who's always never afraid, right, never afraid to say, hey, let's go have a beer or a shot of Everclear and just talk it out. Thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are amazing. Thanks.
Speaking of which, Christian Greenleaf. Christian's graduated cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater. He is from Wixom, Michigan. And he graduated from Walled Lake Western High School. Go Warriors. He's received a Theater Activities Grant, a TCU grant. For Theater TCU, he's appeared in Measure for Measure, Spring Awakening, Three Sisters, and he's also appeared with Trinity Shakes. Christian, what's next for you?
I'm going to be doing some contract work with the IT department on TCU where I'm working right now, so I'll be here for at least up until December, and then we'll see. I'll probably still stick around so you guys can't get rid of me yet. And then hopefully within 3 to 5 years I'll be out in LA doing some actor representation work and management work, being an agent, so if you guys want jobs, hit me up. Yeah. To the speech, I didn't prepare anything, and now I'm seeing that was probably a mistake. Faculty, you guys have been great. Shout out to Penny Moss. I love you. I love that dress. Killing it. Harry, Krista, Jennifer, Dr. Walsh, you guys have all been great. Yeah, to the students, I just wanted to, okay, so you guys are all awesome. Everybody's awesome. I just wanted to shout out to 5 people in particular. My 2 lovely women, Christina and Katie. I love you guys so much. You're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're just awesome people. Christina, I'm so glad that I was there when you made the decision to start to meander into the department, script analysis. That was a great night. And I admire the work that you do, and it's amazing, and I can't wait to see where you go. Katie Keller, it's been great. We've had such a great relationship. I love you, and you're an amazing person. And then my guys, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Jack and John. I will never get back the days worth of time that I have spent waiting for you two to show up and everything that we had planned, but that's quite okay because it was all worth it in the end. You guys are both genuinely amazing people. Jack doesn't even matter, as I once told you, and it doesn't. John, you're a great guy. I remember the day that you told me that you got a 36 on the ACT. I've been scared of you ever since then. But you're one of the smartest guys I know, and that's amazing. Oh, you got a 35? Oh, my bad. Well, that's still great. You guys have been awesome. Dylan, my dill dog. It's been an amazing 4 years. Especially like you said with this, especially last summer, you know, we got a lot closer. I'm glad you were there to talk with me through all those things, all the adventures that we went on. Those were all fun. You're an amazing guy, and you're gonna do great things. If you guys haven't gotten a chance to talk to him yet, do it because he's one of the best people I've ever met in my life. And I know you're gonna stick around here too, so I can't wait for us to get to have more fun. And that's it. I have no advice for you because other people are going to give you advice. Thanks, Harry.
8 a.m. Theater History Final. That's all I have to say. Keep it moving, friends. Jonathan Harden is next. Jonathan is graduating magna cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater, minor in arts administration. He's from Fort Worth. He's a graduate of Fort Worth Country Day. Go Falcons! He's been named a TCU Scholar. He's appeared on the Dean's List and also appeared with the improv groups Loose Ends and Expert Flannelists. For Theater TCU, Jonathan's appeared in Seussical, No No Nanette, Spring Awakening, We Need a Little Christmas, Riders to the Sea, Guys and Dolls. He's also appeared with Oh Look and an ICT main stage. Jonathan, what's next?
Well, I'm going to stick around here for another year or two, still making the audition rounds, figure out what's up for this summer. 5 years of college, but still feels like it's a little too soon to be here, but I think it's about time. If I were to thank all of the people that I wanted to thank, we would be here all night, and I would still miss some people. So, to those who teach, to those who act, sing, dance, to those who are backstage, in the booth, in the design lab, in the costume studio, to friends, and to those who feel like your work and efforts and talents have gone unnoticed and unappreciated. Thank you. And now, now mainly for the folks who are still going to be here, freshmen especially, look around you at this community that you have. You will not find a community exactly like this for the rest of your life. So don't waste this opportunity. Go and write that play, write that song, that musical, choreograph that dance, make that film. Take that independent study. Walk in and talk to your professors, even if you want to talk about Russia for 3 hours. Alan. And it's not too late to walk into someone's door and connect with a teacher that you haven't for your entire time here. Krista, still working on the S's. Getting there. So, please, don't waste this opportunity. Finally, I'd like to leave you with just a few quotes that have really stuck in my brain and that I try and live my life by. And I was still in Georgia at Georgia Tech for a year. This quote came to me, and it really was in my mind heavily when I made the decision to pursue acting. It's a Mark Twain quote. It's, "You will always regret the things that you do not do, more so than the things that you do." The other quote is actually from a wonderful show called Fly By Night, if any of you Best show I've ever seen. And the one thing that really sticks in my brain from that show is, it's not what you do, it's who you're doing it with. And finally, for those of you who, when you're feeling down, when you're in a dark place, or as artists you get discouraged, disappointed, frustrated, angry, and you don't know what else to do, it's a simple quote that I have picked up, but I think it's very powerful. So when you're in this dark place, you just say to yourself, I am enough. Love y'all. Thank you.
Autumn Wind, it's your turn. Autumn is here. Autumn graduated last December, cum laude, with a BA in theater and a minor in film. She previously attended Texas Wesleyan University. Fort Worth is her hometown. She graduated from Southwest Christian in Fort Worth. Go Eagles. Autumn received a transfer scholarship at TCU. She was involved with the Student Filmmakers Association. She worked in both the TCU Costume Studio and the Prop Studio. And for Theater TCU, Autumn was the hair and makeup designer for No No Nanette and assistant costume designer for Born on a Sunday and How I Learned to Drive. Autumn, what's up with you these days?
Oh, speaking of the hair design for No No Nanette, that was me, Caroline. What? Okay, anyways, so what I'm doing right now is I'm working at Half Price Books over in Hewland, and I'm building up my personal library, my theater library, that's going to be helping me for the rest of my career. And I will be moving to Austin, Texas, which is going to be just my little inner, I don't know, it's going to be in between me moving to New York City pretty soon. I've actually made quite a few friends there, and I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I didn't prepare anything, but I did definitely want to share with all of the faculty who I've had classes with, or with anyone who I've interacted with, and who you've imparted all of your wisdom and knowledge to me and to everyone else. And I just want to give a huge thank you to Lolani Lehman, because she has been amazing for me specifically. Actually, the funny thing about that is whenever I first came to TCU, actually before I came to TCU, I was told that she would be scary. I laugh, right? I laugh because she's not. And if anything, it's that kind of tough love, I suppose, if anything. Anyways, but yes, I feel like I've been able to make it through this year because of you, Lilani, and also just to Michael Heil as well, who was very helpful to me. But every single person every single professor, I've enjoyed all of your classes, and they've been really awesome. As far as the people, I have to say that at least the people up here at this table that I've been sitting at have been very kind to me, and I'm just really glad that you at least put up with my extreme openness and honesty and weird stuff. But anyways, thank y'all for being kind of my friend, I suppose. Anyways, so yeah, any kind of wisdom that I can impart to, I guess, anyone else who's staying here. I don't know very many of you, but I think this is wisdom that is actually good for pretty much everyone that I learned just by being in college in general, is in the big picture, college to me isn't that big of a thing. It's think more about yourself. You know, that's what really matters. You as a person, you need to not worry about what others think. You need to just be yourself. That's the most important thing you can do. You know, like you think, oh well, if I don't get good grades, then no one's gonna like me or whatever. But really, that's not important. Just be yourself. Be present. That's important as well. And that's kind of, I guess, the biggest thing that I can give as far as what I've learned. And just being honest, and also just knowing that even if you don't fit in, no matter where you go in the future, it's very likely that you're doing something right if you don't. But anyways, and that's it.
Next is Caroline Eiliff. Caroline is graduating magna cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater. She is from Omaha, Nebraska. She graduated from West Side High School there. Go Warriors! She's received theater activity awards, a theater production grant in scene painting. She's a member of Alpha Psi and Kappa Kappa Gamma, where she has served as skit and music chair. Well, duh. Yeah. For Theater TCU, Caroline has appeared in No No Nanette, Born on a Sunday, Says She, Volley Girls, We Need a Little Christmas, and Guys and Dolls. She's also interned for the Broadway Dreams Foundation. Here's Carol. Carol, what's next?
Next, I'm actually interning with Broadway Dreams again for 3 weeks, and then I will be doing Catch Me If You Can at Uptown Players, and I will be moving to New York in August. Okay. Genetics. Anyways, there are no words to describe my time here at TCU. 4 years ago, I never would have thought that this small department would have such a large impact on my life. It didn't hit me until yesterday at Musical Theater Showcase that all of this was all coming to an end. I feel like I've been in denial that the inevitable is about to happen, but how great is that we have something so amazing that it is nearly impossible to admit that it's coming to an end. A huge part of that is the faculty that create this loving, welcoming environment. A place where you aren't judged, or at least not judged a lot, for having a 30-second long pause in a monologue, or for actually falling down on the ground after a number. So thank you to all of the faculty for teaching me to be a better performer and student, and that it's okay to be less than perfect. But if there's one thing that you've taught me, it is that it's okay to make mistakes, and that you should make mistakes, because that is when you take away the most from a situation, and the lesson is learned, and is something that you will actually remember. Like, rayon is the most absorbent fabric. I am so grateful for the tools all of you have given me, and for continuing to push me these past 4 years. Special shout out to Candace and Lindsay. Thank you for my coffee in the mornings. Really appreciate it. Okay, to the first years, you're all
Y'all are something else. It has been such a joy to have you in my life this year, and your spirits are so uplifting and your baking skills are extraordinary. To the sophomores, you're all so mature and intelligent, and I forget that y'all are sophomores, and you have a way of making everyone feel so welcome in any situation. To the junior class, you have so much ambition and drive, and I can't wait to see what your senior year brings you. You are going to go so far in whatever you choose to do. And to all my seniors, I still smell like campfire. And I'm sorry it took us a while to really find each other, but I'm glad that we finally did. I can't imagine sharing this journey with any other group of people, and you make each day fun and something to look forward to. I have all the faith in the world that everyone is going to do great things. Kath and Anthony, I don't know if I would have made it through college without you two. Thank you for being the best friends anyone could ever ask for. And most importantly, thank you for teaching me confidence. I know it took me a while to join you in your singing games, but thank you for pushing my buttons and making me join you. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you guys. And Anthony, I know I give you a hard time, especially about the gym, but it's all out of love. And I look up to you so much, and you inspire me to be a better person and performer every day. Kath, there is no one quite like you, and no one that gets me quite like you do. I'm glad God waited to introduce me to Biddy until the first day of Volley Girls rehearsal rather than our overlapping trips in Disney World in high school. High school Carol would not have been ready. Your energy is infectious and people can't help but love to be around you. Plus, you have the best interpretive dance skills out of anyone I know. But really, thank you for teaching me how to communicate and not hide my emotions. You've helped me grow up and mature so much while learning to enjoy everything in life and everything that life has to offer. I don't know where I would be without you. You are my best friend in the world. I will miss living with you next year, but I know that we will make this long-distance relationship work, babe, because we're both pretty cookie. I am so lucky to have shared these years with all of y'all, and thank you so much for the memories.
Katie Keller. Katie Keller. She's graduating summa cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in acting. She's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and a graduate of the University School of NSU in Davie. Go Suns. Cool. Katie's received lower and upper division departmental honors from the John B. Roach Honors College. She's appeared on the Dean's List, the Chancellor's List. She's received a Dean's Scholarship. She's also participated with TCU Leaps and Frogs First. For Theater TCU, Katie's appeared in Born on a Sunday, the Kaleidoscope series reading of Happy Birthday Boris, The Last 10 Years, and Guys and Dolls. She's also appeared in the Vagina Monologues at Granbury Theater Company and at Hip Pocket Theater. Katie, what's next?
Well, pretty soon LA, but I gotta find an apartment first. So I'll be in Florida for a little bit and I'll be around here for the summer. Okay, someone asked me earlier if I was gonna cry. I was like, no, but here I am. Okay. I would like to thank the faculty, especially my professors, for helping me learn and grow throughout my TCU journey. With your knowledge and encouragement, I pushed myself as an artist and as a person. Thank you to my friends, specifically my senior class. Thank you to Christian and Dylan for being my best friends, keeping me grounded, and reminding me what's important. And of course, thank you, Teenie, for Christina Vanderhout, for Teenie's her real name, but for putting up with me and always supporting me and lifting me up. You're the sister I never had but always wished for. To the underclassmen, soak up all you possibly can while you're here and make the most of your time. Don't make assumptions and always keep your mind and your heart open. Make sure that your words and actions line up with the person you wish to be. Lastly, in the midst of everything, stay true to yourself, and as cliche as that sounds, it is only then that you can be unique and irreplaceable.
Katie Kosova. Katie's graduating cum laude with a BA in theater and a BA in film, television, digital media. She is from Austin. She graduated from Cedar Park High School in Cedar Park. Go Timberwolves. Yeah. Katie's a member of Alpha Lambda Delta, the National Society for Collegiate Scholars, Alpha Psi Omega, Gamma Sigma Alpha, Alpha Phi Omega, Alpha Delta Pi. She's got all the Greek alphabet covered. Ensemble en Français, the Student Filmmakers Association. She is intern with the Texas Film Commission in Austin and Grant Wilfley Casting in New York. For Theater TCU, Katie served as the assistant director on both Three Sisters and Brighton Beach Memoirs. Katie, what's next?
Well, I will be moving to New York in August and going to Columbia University to get my MFA in creative producing. Okay, I wrote the speech and I'm going to try to get through it. Okay, so when I first started at TCU, I did not come in as a theater major. I love the university, but there was just something missing from my experience here. And through the encouragement of one of my dear friends, I decided to follow my passion and my heart and declare a theater major. And through becoming a part of TCU, I found not just a passion for this art and this craft, but I also found a group of wonderful people that I could truly call my family. This department allowed me to discover new things about myself and what I was truly capable of. I was put out of my comfort zone and was forced to stretch my creative mind in ways that I didn't feel I could do. I got to collaborate and imagine with a group of talented and inspiring individuals. As far as thank yous, thank you to Jennifer and Krista for letting me work as your assistant director. I learned so much from y'all, and I loved working on those two beautiful shows. Thank you to Candace and Lindsay. I love getting to know y'all and working in the office these past 2 years. Thank you for letting me complain about grad school and not being able to pay my cable bill. And I wanted to apologize to Michael James because you always came into the office and I was the only one there and I could never help you. I also want to apologize to the students for not being able to give you permit numbers. Just email Lindsay. And finally, thank you to my rooms, my bipples, the ladies of Cockrell Castle. Kate, I will never forget the day that we met and I cursed at you and you showed me the stuffed giraffe that you had in your bag and we became best friends forever. You were the one that encouraged me from the start and showed me by example the meaning of hard work. I know you will go so far and achieve your dreams and every happiness you could wish for. And Marisa, never could I have dreamed of living with someone that could match my own level of kookiness. I am constantly motivated by your strength, your passion, and your ability to see the best in everyone. I was an only child before I started at TCU, but even though I'm apart, I know that I will always have sisters. Thank you all, I love y'all so much. And I guess lastly, this department has truly changed me for the better and made TCU, Theater TCU, a true home away from home, so thank you.
Third Katie in a row, Katie Melton. Katie's graduating summa cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in theater studies. She's from Fort Worth, a graduate of Trinity U.S. High School. What was that? Tease Up. Tease Up. Go Trojans. I think I'll just leave that alone. Katie's a TCU scholar. She's been on the Dean's List. She's received a Dean's Scholarship. She's worked with the TCU V-Day campaign, served as a study abroad ambassador with Visa Corps. She's been a tutor for Student Support Services. She studied abroad in London in spring 2014 and in Canada at the Stratford and Shaw Festivals in summer 2014. She's been an intern and production assistant at Circle Theater since 2012 and a teaching assistant for the directing class in fall 2014. For Theater TCU, Katie's appeared in The Beau Stratagem, Assassins, and The American Dream. She designed makeup for the effect of gamma rays on Man in the Moon Marigolds. She designed hair and makeup for Three Sisters and costumes for Anton and Show Business, and she directed Tigers Be Still. That is a theater studies major. Katie, what's next for you?
Well, right after this, I'll be starting Trinity. I'll be assistant directing with Love's Labor's Lost. And I'll continue to work at Circle. And then I will hop across the pond in September to pursue my MFA in Performance Practices Research at the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. That's a bit of a mouthful to explain
Wow, it's gone by a little fast. I was trying to come up with something witty to encapsulate my time here, but the only word I could come up with that kept coming in my mind was joy. These past 4 years have been incredible, and like Katie, I was a double major in theater and art history, and it was the family here and the fact that I had to admit that I was bitten by the bug. I accepted my theater passion. I have to thank the faculty. They've been an incredible influence on my life. And I'm so grateful for all the variety of classes that I've taken through this degree and the opportunities that they've given. Alan came into our class through Art of the Theater when they visit, and he said, he mentioned the quote that those who cannot do teach, but he corrected it with those who can teach should. And that is what I'm trying to live my life by. I hope I can be a mentor like all of you have been to me. Some parting advice I can give. Embrace your independence. Be curious. See as much theater as you can. I thought you were correcting me, I'm sorry. Seek contentment, but avoid complacency. Explore your art, travel the world. And from traveling abroad, and I think this is what has stuck with me the most. Think not in terms of borders, but in horizons. Thank you so much for all the happy, happy memories. I love you all. You've been amazing.
I'm looking for Delaney Milbourne. Is she here, Delaney Milbourne? Delaney is graduating cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in acting. She's from Overland Park, Kansas. Is it Whitfield Academy? Yeah. Whitfield Academy. They did not have a high school mascot? Lions. Well, go Lions. Delaney's appeared on the Dean's List. She's been a recipient of a Norton Fine Arts Scholarship in Theater, a production grant to work in the costume studio, an International Study Award, and a Herndon grant. She's a member of Alpha Psi Omega. At Theater TCU, Delaney's appeared in Volley Girls, Bard on the Rocks, Born on a Sunday, No No Nanette, Holiday, Three Sisters, Riders to the Sea, and Tigers But Still. She's also appeared in the 2012, 13, and 14 Trinity Shakespeare Festival. There's a rumor you will be in Trinity Shakes for 2015. Yes, indeed. Here's Delaney Milbourne.
The rumors are true, Harry. I will be in Trinity Shakespeare this summer.
That's so good.
Yes, thank you. I'm not as tall as I thought I'd be. Yes, so I'll be doing Trinity Shakespeare, and then I'll be going back to Kansas for a little bit. Yeah, and then I'll be coming back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I haven't had a microphone since No No Nanette. Uh-oh. Okay. If you can tell, I'm going to ramble a lot. None of this has been written down. Okay. Okay, start. Alas. 4 years is far too short a time to live among such excellent and admirable colleagues. I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. I've been waiting since freshman year to say those words, so that's all I got written down. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys, to all of you. I unfortunately, because I've rambled already, I don't have enough time to say everything I want to say to all of you. So I just want to say thank you to the faculty. Thank you all, equally and individually, for putting up with me, not making any comments in class. You know, I promise I was thinking things. For teaching me and for giving me the confidence and the new skills that I've learned here. Thank you guys so much. Specifically Harry, thank you for looking out for all of us Millbourne kids. We appreciate it. I am so happy I chose TCU, even though I gave you some trouble for it beforehand, as you like to remind me. And thank you for No 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 No. It was so much fun being in a musical here, and I had a blast. And I had a little tap number. And a mic! Okay. Lonnie, thank you for all of your hugs and smiles right after class. They were so great, and I needed them, and they were wonderful. To Lindsay and Candace, thank you for letting me print things out for my other classes from the office. And jog on, that's for you, Candace. And for Walsh, what? A Millbourne thanking Dr. Walsh? What is this? I just want to point out that in a few short days, I will be able to call you TJ. And if anything has motivated me to graduate more. So thank you for that. But thank you so much just for letting me come into your office and talk to you about whatever, and for casting me in my first TCU show and all those other ones too that were fantastic. Thank you so much, and I'm so excited to work with you again in Trinity Shakespeare. To my class! Yeah! You know what I'm talking about. Alright. It's been an honor, guys. I love you guys. I'm really going to miss having all of you as my classmates. We're all adults. Now it's considered pathetic if we live just off of top ramen and party every night. This is the life. I love you guys, and I know we'll see each other a lot in the near future, so I'm excited. To McKenna, this is the torch that Kelsey passed on to me my freshman year. You're already doing college better than I did, so good job. And it's so crazy because I've seen you grow up so much in just 1 year. It's so weird, but it's so cool, and I know you're going to be so great by the end of it. You already are, but even greater. And for all of you underclassmen, I know you guys are going to continue to get better and make so many awesome memories. Okay. To Caroline Carden, I still owe you 20 bucks. You know. Thank you for my first manicure, for letting me gush to you about crushes and boys our freshman year, and for being there for me, ready to listen to whatever, even if I wasn't even thinking about sharing it. You're gonna kill it in New York, and I'm really excited for you. And to Katrina Thompson, ever since I met you at our orientation, we were going to be friends. Thank you for being the one who took initiative to get me to socialize and to get out of my room and do fun things. Thank you for being such a strong support whenever I needed it. Thank you for geeking out with me, for showing me Buffy and Firefly. Appreciate it. And for reassuring me whenever I needed it. I'm gonna miss living with you. We should do it again sometime. You know, crash on the couch. Also, I want to give some shout-outs to people who aren't here right now, but who had a very big impact on my collegiate career. Kelsey, my older sister, thank you for everything, and there's no better word for what you've done for me. Mitchell Stevens, I know you were mostly there because of Kelsey, but you have become one of my closest joking buddies, friends, and soon-to-be brother-in-law. And of course, a shout-out to Bradley Gosnell, the love of my life, who traveled all the way over here to support me in my curtain call speech.
He didn't come!
Yes. That son of a bitch. Okay, well, I'm kidding. Anyway, to finish the Lord of the Rings quote I started at the beginning, I regret to announce that this is the end. I'm going now. I bid you all a very fond farewell.
Kyle Montgomery. Kyle is graduating magna cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater. He is from Frost, Texas. Bears, that's right. He also attended Navarro College. Yeah, cool. Kyle has been on the Dean's List. He's been named a TCU Scholar. He's received a faculty scholarship, a theater activities grant, theater production grants in box office and in the front office, a Mary Hahn Theater Scholarship. He's also a Norden Fine Arts Scholar in theater. He's served as secretary and vice president of Alpha Psi Omega. For Theater TCU, Kyle's appeared in Seussical, Assassins, No No Nanette, Closer Than Ever, Spring Awakening, and Guys and Dolls. He directed Anton Show Business. He's also appeared with Trinity Shakespeare Festival, Lyric Stage, Uptown Players, ICT Main Stage, the Turtle Creek Chorale, and of course, with Josh Groban. He's worked for 3 years as administrative assistant at several theaters, and won a Live Theater League Service Award from Circle Theater in 2014 and the Live Theater League Bill Garber Young Artist Award in 2015. What are you doing next, Kyle?
I'm going to be doing 2 shows, but I think about half of you in this room. Yeah. So I'll be doing South Pacific and Catch Me, and working at Circle until August. Alas, 40 years is far too short a time. Okay, so I didn't have... I didn't have a lot prepared, and by that I mean I had nothing. So I'm just going to start with thanks. Harry, thanks for finding me in Frost, truly, and thanks for marrying Karen, who actually runs the department. Short story real quick, I was going into opening night of Assassins, and I saw David and Karen walking to the first nighters, and I got into the dressing room and I was so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I just saw them walking to the first nighters, and they're like, oh my god, David Coffey's here. I'm like, no, Karen Parker's here. You know who runs the department, am I right? I know. Yeah, okay. So thank you, Karen. Mark, thank you so much for playing and talking through my lessons. Alan, thank you so much for being a father. Thanks for being a father figure. And your dogs. Jennifer, thank you so much for being okay. Thanks for being a friend and a confidant and believing in me. Penny, thanks so much for being a hot mess, and I mean that in the best way. TCU needed something new and fresh, and they found you, and it was a blessing. Walsh, thank you so much for letting me do a lot of crap. We are very similar in a lot of ways, directorially and acting-wise, and a lot differently in both ways, and I just really respect that, and I thank you. To the rest of the faculty and staff, Lindsay and Candace drinks in, everyone else drinks in. Carden, it's been a ride. Thank you. Marisa, thank you so much. And to Rashawn, as a wise man once said, I don't know where I'm going, but thank God I have you. Ooh, okay, thanks, Delaney. Oh, man. Okay, so the advice. Oh, shout out to Leah. You can be the aunt of my children, but only when they turn 21. Tell Mark and Stacey hey. Okay. Tips, advice, whatever. Last curtain call, I was a mess, and I thought it was because Rashawn was leaving. And yes, that's true, but it was because I was losing a light in the department. And that's the best compliment I've ever received, is that I was a light. And then I met 2 freshmen that just made me so excited. And that's Samantha and Sarah Kresge. And if I had anything to tell people is that they should be a light.
and not regret a single day because they were mean or because they were hateful to people, but that they were a light. And just thank you all for coming. And not that those were the only 2 lights in the department, but I was just so excited the first day that I was TAing acting 1, and I just started laughing because Sarah Kresge did something. And no one understood, but it was so funny to me. So just be a light and don't regret a single day that you are nice and kind to people, because that goes a long way. Thanks.
Leah Palazzo. Leah is graduating with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater. She's from Austin, a graduate of St. Andrews High School. Go Crusaders. That's right. While at TCU, Leah has received a theater activities grant, a production grant and props. She's a member of Zeta Tau Alpha, and for Theater TCU, she's appeared in Closer Than Ever, Holiday, Guys and Dolls. Leah, what is next for you?
Oh my goodness. What is next for me is I am going home to Austin to get healthy and to do a lot of traveling and lay on a lot of various beaches, and while on those beaches, figure out what I'm going to do next. So I know they're not here, but in case I never get to do something like this again, and because I talk to them about this department every night, I want to thank my parents. There is no way I would be standing here graduating without your constant love and support for the past 22 years. Oh my God. Especially these last couple of months. I am one of those kids that's lucky to have 2 incredible role models and 2 best friends, so thank you. Okay, I'm fine now. So as far as everyone here goes, for faculty, I want to thank Dr. Walsh and Alan for giving me a chance and giving this girl confidence when she so desperately needed it. I appreciate it. Holy crap. Okay, no, I'm sorry. To my friends here, I could name names, but I won't. If we were close, you know who you are. If you'd like a personal love statement from me, come see me after. I have several. And to my class, I just wish you all the best of luck in everything that you do. I'm sure you all will be amazing. My advice. Okay, look, this is handed to me, so I'm going to go this route. As a lot of you know, at the end of winter break, I was diagnosed with stage 4 thyroid cancer. That's why I've been walking around with these badass scars all semester. Be scared. Okay. My doctors told me 3 days before I was supposed to come back and audition that in order to remove my tumors and go through the treatments that I will have to go through in the future, parts of my body, particularly my voice, had an extremely high chance of being permanently damaged. With this, my advice for you all is to be grateful for the gifts you have been given. Enjoy them. Enjoy every time you perform in class, every time you audition in a show, whether you're the lead or the third ensemble guy on the left or the triangle player. Love every minute of it, because as someone who's faced it, these are special gifts. This is a special thing that we get to do. This is so embarrassing. This is a very special thing that not many people get to do, so please enjoy it and know that. And I want to thank everyone who knew and was supportive, and every sweet text, phone conversation, email. I appreciate that. And again, I want to thank Alan and Dr. Walsh and Penny for working with me this semester. There's no way I would have been able to go to Showcase, be in Guys and Dolls and graduate without your love and support. None of that would have happened, and I really, really, really appreciate that. Good luck to everyone. Thank you so much.
Next is Shelby Ringdahl. Shelby is graduating magna cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in musical theater, and a minor in general business. She is from Columbia, Missouri, graduated from Rock Bridge High School. Go Bruins. Shelby's been on the Dean's List. She's received theater activity grants, the Mary Hahn Scholarship, the Mel and Katie Dacus Musical Theater Scholarship, and the TCU Founders Scholarship. She's a member of Kappa Alpha Theta, TCU Club Volleyball, Alpha Psi Omega, Order of Omega Greek Honor Society, intramural volleyball and basketball. When did you have time for that? National Society of Collegiate Scholars, Golden Key Honor Society, and Alpha Delta Lambda Honor Society. And a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, She was Miss Missouri. For Theater TCU, Shelby's appeared in The House of Leaves, Bobby Girls, Seussical, Assassins, No No Nanette, We Need a Little Christmas, and Guys and Dolls. What's next, Shelby?
I'm going home for a little bit to help some youngins learn how to smile and wave to the peasants. And then, not really. And then I'm going to do Catch Me If You Can and then move out to New York City. Yes. In the Ringdahl family, for big events and celebrations, poems always seem, wow, second line, I'm going. Poems always seem to be the right creations. So tonight as we say our many thank yous and goodbyes, I'll attempt to read my rhymes with tears in my eyes. I feel like I planned this evening over and over in my head, thinking of all the people and things I would actually like to be said. The truth is TCU will always have an incredible place in my heart. Through ups, downs, and crowns, TCU played a part. What makes this place so special is the people it attracts. For every person and professor here leaves so many impacts. Everyone in this room has left some kind of mark on me. I wish there was enough time for me to share each of them for you to see. While tonight I can only mention a few, make it a goal to act as they do. Samantha McHenry, my little tort, thank you for teaching me to always be a good sport. Your smile is contagious, your sweet heart is so pure. Even when life throws you curveballs, happiness was your cure. I can't even read through the tears. Thank you for teaching selflessness always, for thinking of others makes the most of all our days. Alex Atkins, my love for you grows and grows. Thank you for always telling me to wear the green dress that flows. Thank you for telling me when to put my big girl pants on, and that sometimes it's okay to be the ugly duckling and not the swan. Yak Yak and Boosh, or Jackie and Taylor, I leave the Shackler house to you. What I'll do without you two, I don't have a clue. From you both, I learned the value and simplicity of sitting on the kitchen floor, solving all the world's problems and eating my cookies galore. Laughing until our stomachs ache with pain, I will forever cherish our memories, glossy eyes, Glahas, and Boosh's mane. Promise me to keep the fire in your bellies. It will always help you through to the great successes and accomplishments I can't wait to see all you do. Anthony Fortino, you are one great guy. Thank you for teaching me to never be shy. Our friendship is one I will always treasure. Hurry up and get to New York, for I know your successes will be hard to measure. Kathleen Flowers, where to begin? In all organizations on campus, you seem to be my kin. Through Theta, Volley Girls, and APO, being around you is always a show. Thank you for teaching me the importance of laughter, for being your big has given me so much to take after. Your big heart shines through constantly, day after day. For my wonderful, talented, hilarious little, you will always stay. Kylie, Carden, and Carol, what I've done without you this year. Who else can take all we have to say with 1 year? Friendships with you all made this year one to never forget, and if Broadway fails, we always have our opera quartet. Kylie, your knowledge of all things continues to blow me away. Thank you for teaching the importance of hard work day after day. Carden, your sass and fearlessness inspire me more and more. Thank you for showing me what it means to stand by how I feel in my core. Caroline Iliff, you were so sweet to always partner with me in my 2 left feet. Through tap and jazz, you always looked great, while I struggled by your side to count to 8. Thank you for teaching that happy hours are a yes, for queso and life chats are better than fitting in any fancy dress. To the senior class, I'm forever grateful to you all. Thank you for including me in everything big and small. What a special group of people you all are. I can't wait to see you all chase every dream near and far. My biggest advice in leaving this place, in every situation, always exude grace. Theater TCU will give what you put in, for opportunities and adventures, and help are there if you just lift your chin. Feeling discouraged? Go ask what you can do better. I'll never forget Harry Parker telling me to be a go-getter. I'll forever be grateful to the faculty of this department, for in my life on and off the stage, you all have made more than a dent. Thank you, Harry Parker, for your constant encouragement and support, and teaching me to have a fire in my belly and never fall short. Thank you, Krista, for teaching me my twang needed to go, for tutor and suitor would get me nowhere in a show. Thank you, Alan, for your brilliance and knowledge behind music and shows, and telling me that dating older men has its pros. From you, I learned the secret of how to make high belt notes big and not tiny. Get ready, friends. It's all in squeezing your hiney. Thank you, Penny, for being my life confidant and mentor, for always being honest, caring, and hilarious, everything I needed in a mentor. Thank you for teaching me to have thick skin and be strong, and that performing is where I truly belong. And thank you, Jennifer, for pushing me beyond every limit of my comfort zone. Who knew playing a belting turtle or frumpy assassin could be such a stepping stone? Thank you for role modeling what it means to do it all, from being a mother, wife, love professor, and theater artist, while doing it all standing tall. And Dr. Walsh, who directed my first and last college show, while reminding me so much of my own father, taught me more than he will ever know. Thank you for your faith and trust in me on and off stage. From you, I will remember to carry confidence with me at every age. Thank you, Mark Miller, for being my Gramps 2 and now 1. For without your blunt opinions, I never would have got anything done. From boys to pageant land to life goals and more, thank you for always being the voice in my head telling me to go through the door. I'm so grateful to you and Miss Angela, my parents at TCU. This isn't goodbye, just a different adventure starting anew. We are entitled to nothing, but good things will come our way. If you work hard, bake cookies, and never forget how to pray. Thank you, Theater at TCU, for teaching me lessons about life and art. For no matter where I go, I will always carry TCU in my heart. Thank you.
Caitlin Rizzo is next. Graduated cum laude with a BFA in theater, emphasis in production. She's from St. Louis, Missouri, graduated from Lafayette Senior High School. Go Lancers! At TCU, Kate has appeared on the Dean's List. She's been awarded a Theater Activities Grant, Theater Production Grant in Props and Electrics, the Forrest A. Newland Theater Scholarship, the Mary Hahn Scholarship. She served as a prop studio manager, been a member of Alpha Delta Pi and Gamma Sigma Alpha Honor Society, served as the vice president of the TCU chapter of USITT, and the treasurer of Alpha Psi Omega. For Theater TCU, Kate has served as assistant stage manager on The Boat Stratagem, The Yellow Boat, I could show that was, and Spring Awakening. She's been the stage manager for Born on a Sunday, The American Dream, Measure for Measure, Holiday, Three Sisters, and Guys and Dolls. She's also served as an assistant stage manager at Circle Theatre, the Finborough Theatre in London, and for 2 seasons with the Trinity Shakespeare Festival. What's next, Caitlin?
Yeah. I have been so excited to answer this question of what I'm doing next. I will be shipping out in 2 weeks to go be an assistant stage manager with Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Yeah! I had this really nice sappy story about how like TCU's always been my home, but I'm cutting it because I'm out of time. I grew up at TCU. I grew up in Fort Worth, and TCU's always been here, so I wanted anything more than the world to go anywhere else for college, and then I came here, and I've loved it. Okay, so that's kind of the short version of my sappy story. In order for me not to cry, I'm not going to look at anyone when I say this. To Dr. Walsh, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting me with Born on a Sunday. You gave me the confidence that I have now as a stage manager. I wouldn't be here without you. To T-Money. Thank you for teaching me in 3 years more than anything I've ever learned in my life. I'm keeping that pencil holder that I welded because it's awesome. It's pretty great. Taking it with me on the cruise ship that'll hold something. And thank you to Jesus and Zach for being my buddies. You guys are so much smarter than I am. Thank you to Brian for telling me to always push my blacks. I'll always do it. And thank you for giving me the most interesting sets to tape out I've ever had to do in my life. I wouldn't have it any other way. To Michael Skinner, thank you for being the best mentor that I could ever have. I wouldn't be here without you pushing me, and I wouldn't be doing Royal Caribbean if you didn't tell me to do it. And to Krista, thank you for also being one of the best directors that I've ever worked with. Okay, now, thank you to Dana for being my hashtag Little for Life. You're the positive light that I've always needed. Thank you to my senior class. I wasn't really close with you guys my freshman and sophomore year because I'm the only design or production major. You guys took me in, and I couldn't be more thankful, especially camping. It was a hoot. Thank you to Marisa for always being able to make me chuckle. You are such a light, and I'm gonna miss you so much. Thank you to Taylor Gracie.
for being one of the rocks in my life. We've been through a lot together. We've done multiple shows and we've complained about a lot of classes. So thank you for being there when we had to study for all-nighters for 20th century, or for, what is this other class that I've written down? Tech direction. Thanks again, T-Money. To Nathan and Virginia, thank you for making me accept the fact that sometimes someone will hug you, and that you have to accept it. To Nathan, thank you for teaching me not to settle. We joke about high maintenance, but it's worth it. To Virginia, thank you for teaching me not to be a robot. As you can see, evident by the fact that I'm crying right now.
Love you.
And I don't do that. And finally, thank you to the best person that I've ever met in my life. Thank you to Katie. We might be 3,000 miles away, but we're gonna make it, kid. You'll always be my bud. So, to give some closing words and final advice, you have to love what you do. Harry's right when he says, if in your freshman year, if you can think about anything else in the world, do it. If you need to do this, then you're here. That's something that I had to learn, because I didn't think that I wanted to do it. This department will teach you things, that you need to be patient, and that sometimes life really sucks. But it is also some of the best people you will ever meet in your life. Don't be afraid to say yes, and don't be afraid in general. And most importantly, don't be afraid to say, I don't know, and ask for help. So, realize that the people that you see every day, that you work with, that you hang out with, and that you share memories with will always be your frog family. Thanks.
Last but not least is Katrina Thompson. Katrina is graduating cum laude with a BA in theater and a minor in arts administration. She's from Addison, Texas, and a graduate of Green Hill School. Go Hornets. Go Hornets. Katrina has received production grants in the Costume Studio, Theater Activities Grant, and a Study Abroad Scholarship. She's a member of Alpha Psi Omega. She's a peer advisor and intern in the TCU Study Abroad office, and she volunteers with the Intensive English Program. She spent the fall of 2013 studying abroad in England. For Theater TCU, Katrina has stage managed Tigers Be Still the last 10 years and Happy Birthday Boris, and she served as an ASM for We Need a Little Christmas, No No Nanette, and the effect of gamma rays on Man in the Moon Marigolds. She also served as an ASM for 2013 and 14 Trinity Shakes seasons and a stage management intern and production assistant for 5 productions at the Dallas Theater Center. Here is Katrina.
Hello. I will be, this summer, working Trinity Shakes and then be moving to Austin. That's the plan. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right. I remember sitting at curtain call as a freshman with Callie Franzmeyer at the very back of the room, and I'm thinking, that'll be me one day, woo! And it's here, and it's weird, and it's happening, and it really does go fast. I have a few people to thank. There's so many, but there are a few that I'm going to. I'm going to start with Delaney because she really introduced me into the theater department. I was primarily known as Delaney Milborn's friend for the first 2 years here. And I just want to say that you never cease to amaze me with your talent, your humor, and your big, beautiful imagination. I love you so much. TNA for life. For my lending crowd, Cardin in Milborn, and a shout out to Lucinda Otto. Thank you for the many adventures and your help. I lost my belongings throughout Europe, and including my passport and wallet. I'm so glad that I traveled with you all. It was a wonderful experience. To the stage managers in the room, you are all incredible, and I respect you so much for what you do, and I just wanted to tell you that. To my senior class, I am so grateful that I got to be a part of this class. It really is incredible how much has and hasn't changed in 4 years. You are also talented and beautiful, and the moments I've shared with you, I will never forget. Faculty and staff, you are what makes our department great. You are consistently open office doors, and the time you take with your students makes our department unique, and I think it makes us better. Michelle Alford, thank you for 4 wonderful years in the costume studio. You've always been kind, supportive, and encouraging, and thank you for everything. I love you. Michael Skinner, thank you for your kindness, patience, and always having an open door to me. I really appreciate it. Lilani Lehman, I have thoroughly enjoyed working with you this past semester. You are an incredible woman, and your passion for what you do is really inspiring. Dr. Walsh, thank you for your encouragement and confidence in me from Trinity to writing a play this semester. Thank you, it's been wonderful. I have some advice for you fellow students. The theater world is competitive, but this is a university and we are here to learn from our classes as well as each other. Help each other, support each other. Our time here is short and better spent working together. Second is a meaningful quote from Charlie Day, go figure. You cannot let fear of failure or a fear of comparison or fear of judgment stop you from doing things that will make you great. You cannot succeed without the risk of criticism. You must take these risks. This quote speaks to me because I'm not always the best at taking risks, but when I have here at Theater TCU, they have greatly paid off. In conclusion, I encourage you to take risks, to be kind, and support each other. The time here will pass slowly and quickly at the same time, and once you're here, I challenge you freshmen, sophomores, and juniors to have something to look back on and say, I did that, something to be proud of. So, do it. Kick ass. Thank you.